We'll start with Mike and for department reports and go from there.
Great. Mailed off our NPDS permit application today to IDEM. Hopefully we'll get that back soon, or get the draft back so we can review that. We've come up with, I reported a couple weeks ago, we were having trouble with the pressure transmitter on our dice door, the digester. We finally have that part number and a price quote back from Siemens, and I was not happy with their price. So we're going to be investigating, see if we can get that part somewhere cheaper, and then also see if we can install it ourselves. We drained, cleaned, and inspected all 5 aeration tanks. Last week we started the first one on Tuesday, done another one on Wednesday, and then Thursday I had to hand it to my guys. They really put it together, and we done 3 of them on Thursday. That was pumping them all the way down, washing them out, spraying the diffusers with acid, cleaning them and filling them back up, and we were done by 5:30 on Thursday to beat the storms.
Wow, great.
So I give a huge thank you to them. They've done a fantastic job on that. Main Street, #1 pump has been shut down. I believe they have a problem with the seal. We're working with the contractor that installed that, and also SNL, the manufacturer of the station. We've installed 3 new signs at the facility up there, and I thank Kelly for that. He helped me order those signs, and we got those installed today. It's just stating a notice, authorized personnel beyond this point. Just for safety and liability reasons, as big as the facility is now, that it's posted, so if anybody is past that, there's a warning there. And like Mar said, we started mowing, unfortunately, but and stations were started today and should be finished up tomorrow. So that's all I have.
Questions of Mike? Thank you, Mike. Terry.
Been working out at the park, upgrading the park computer office products so they're all in the same version, and also setting up a new computer for their new position that they're going to be hiring. We added 2 surge suppressors to cameras at the park. Again, we're trying to stop some power damage to the cameras. Finished moving the computers and the printers and the database at the MSF, so that's all finished up. I just need to work with Sean moving the SCADA system. And continue to update Facebook and the website. That's all I have.
Okay. Questions? Thank you, Terry. Mike.
We ran a new service line for 401 North Oak Street, and then we put in a 6-inch T in the hydrant on the other corner up there at that intersection of Oak and North Street, and then tore out the old 4-inch hydrant that wasn't operating very good anymore. We fixed a leak on a 1-inch service line out on Governor's Drive. Had 28 locates last week, and then been working on the permit process, or the permit application for the City Ford water line extension. Got 2 signatures on it now. The 3rd one should have hopefully by the end of this week. And then the materials ordered for that job, some of it's going to start arriving next week, so hopefully toward the end of April we'll start laying that main out there. And the week of April 16th and 20th we're going to flush all the hydrants in the system. So that's it.
Questions of Mike? Thank you, Mike. Jeff.
We finished up an Indiana Finance Authority needs survey that had been requested through IDEM last week, and also turned in our semi-annual reports to IDEM's SRF division this week for reporting on the use of our funds for loan 2 and 3, which is the miscellaneous improvements project, and then the LTCP project. Last Thursday, I met with county officials and GAI on the Quessy Sewer and Water Study project, and thanks to Mike Cook and Mike Deere, I think that the city, we now have all the information into them so that they can start putting everything, packaging everything together. I do know that there will be a public meeting with the invitation to the Quessy area public once this gets put together. And there is, I got an email today, an official representative from Quessy that will be meeting with us now, kind of as a citizen liaison, so to speak. The mayor and Alan Teo and myself and IMPA representatives met with an industry today that is working both locally and through a grant to provide efficiencies to their operations, and are looking at how that's going to affect their billing and making sure that the city is within the loop on what's going on with them. And that's why that we had IMPA here, continue to work with them on that to the mutual benefit. Last but not least, I sent out a report last week regarding my investigation on the fuel issue, and at the request of Councilman Simpson. You now are as educated about that as I am. So if we're going to take it to the next level, I would say that we probably should get someone like Bill Auer in here to explain the nuances and how that whole prospect would go. Certainly open to suggestions from the council.
I don't think I got that email, so.
Really?
No, sir. As I was just thinking, I wonder if I got left out that
Yeah.
list.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
If
was
you could
just-
resend that, that'd be great.
my apologies, I was just sure I sent it.
That would explain the stairs.
I thought that my explanation in that memo was so crystal clear. No, I was just sure, my apologies. I did investigate it, and I will get that to you post haste.
Thank you, Jeff. Sorry about that. Questions of Jeff, besides talking about the fuel stuff? Okay, Larry.
We are continuing with our stump grinding project, and is moving along slowly. And we had an outage at Countryside last winter, lost a phase, rerouted the circuit, and we got out there this week, got a board, put conduit in so we can make our complete circuit that way, and backfeed. Trim behind the Big Ten Center, we've been wanting to do that for a while. We finally got that completed. Change a junction box at Columbia Parkway. Continuing our pole changing. We changed one on the Spear Road, changed one at Lakeshore Drive. And also working on our strain connectors and still changing some of those. And also I made a presentation to the Board of Works about the need of a whole building for the street department. It'll help them out along with us because we can take over the building that they are in now. And I was instructed to get the specs written up and get some bids in. And that's it.
Questions of Larry? Thank you, Larry. Tim.
Last week I had the opportunity to go to Chief School, which is at the Law Enforcement Academy. Gained some valuable training there. I had a chance to network with other new chiefs all over the state of Indiana. There's 58 new chiefs in the state. So I had a chance to meet with a lot of those guys and go over issues and programs that they are kind of working on. So it was nice to do that. We have scheduled a drug awareness program for April 26th at 6 p.m. It's going to be held at the Peabody Library. That class was coordinated with the school system, and they're going to put an email out for parents to attend to this class. The class will address the growing problem we have with K2, spice, bath salts, and other illegal drugs. And Detective Stevenson will be putting on that class. And we're also going to schedule a informative class for the council too. We'll have a short session that he can put on as well for council. And
I requested that, if that's okay with everyone, just to update people about K2 and Spice. And Bill, you probably could just lean back and enjoy that time. So. No, I meant because of your, just so I'm clear, just because of your expertise in your past drug enforcement, that I figured you knew everything you needed to know about.
I thought maybe you were implying that I was gonna smoke some cake.
No, I was not implying such things. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Real soon here, we're gonna start a committee of various officers to be part of a policy committee, where we can sit down and together collectively go through our police policies and determine whether we need to make some changes or leave them as they are. Next week we will participate in the active shooter training. That's just to train officers on how to respond, obviously, to an active shooter situation. Basically, it's the first officers on the scene and how they should properly handle those situations. We're going to have 2 of those this year. One of them is next week, and then the other one is in September, October. I just want to thank the school system for allowing us to use the school facilities to conduct that training. Our new Dodge Charger arrived last week, so we do have our 2012 Charger now. Today we took it to get stripes put on it, and then it will go to the city mechanic to get wiring, lighting, all those things done to it. So it may be a couple weeks yet before we get it out on the road, but we do have it.
And then all the city officials will get right through around the city in it, right, or something?
Sure. Would you like to drive?
Any questions of Tim? Thank you, Tim. Mark?
Baseball and softball are definitely underway. Registration is up in both baseball and softball, especially softball. It's very high. So they've done a great job. They've had softball evaluation day was rated out, but they tried to do some tonight for the kids when they move up. Baseball, they had their evaluation last weekend, went really well. So it's underway and practices have started and uniforms are ordered, so it's definitely taken off. Mother's Son event, April 27th, we're selling tickets for that, and we'll probably do some more publicity on that, but really word's starting to get out on that. People are excited about that. So I think that'll be a neat event. Started mowing this week, as Mike said. Definitely, as everybody's noticed, the grass is very high and thick and wet, and kind of a lot to do for your first mowing, but that's what we're doing now, a lot of. We started something this past weekend where we had a staff person work Saturday for 4 hours and Sunday for 4 hours. We've never done that. Basically, they stayed very busy picking up trash, communicating with people that are renting facilities, also cleaning bathrooms, and made Monday much easier, much better coming into work. So that was a good thing for us, and definitely something I look forward to doing in the future. We'll be doing that through the fall. So, Weigold has been awarded a bid to disc the bowl, add drainage, and grade it for potentially putting a field down there in the future, baseball field. So we're kind of doing this in phases. First phase would just be getting it graded, putting grass seed down, getting an infield in there, and then we'll worry about the dugouts and everything like that later. So we're kind of getting a start on that. We interview tomorrow and Thursday, a bunch of interviews for a new position at the park. And I wanted to spread the word. Easter egg hunt that Rotary puts on now is actually on April 5th at 6 o'clock, just so they can get some publicity in the paper about that. That'll be down at the baseball fields. And we're in the middle of getting bids for the trail and the bridge project. We'll be opening those bids April 12th at 3:30. And so we had a pre-bid meeting for that yesterday morning, and a lot of contractors here asking questions. That went really well. And we delivered leaf mulch. You'll see leaf mulch around all of our gardens around the park. So either the master gardeners are going to put that on, or community corrections will next week hopefully we'll get all that done. There's a lot of leaf mulch laying around. They look nice when the mulch is put down. So I'd like to thank the master gardeners for the work they've done. They've already been out there hitting those gardens pretty hard. It's a lot of work. So that's it.
Mark, you might explain what you're doing with your employees so you don't think you're paying them overtime.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, that's a good point. Yeah, they're not getting overtime. Basically what they're doing is they're picking a time each week to take 4 hours off and making that up on Saturday or Sunday. So I don't pay my employees overtime that much. I'm not budgeted for that. So for now, we're doing this with full-time staff. Once the part-time staff begin, we'll be doing this with part-time staff.
I want to mention I saw Matt Hayden on, I think it was maybe Sunday? Yeah. Saw him out in the park truck, so
Yeah.
it's good. We had what, 90 applications for that position?
We did.
For the open position. So it's, yeah. Okay. Other questions, Mark?
I do. What's happening with the pool, Mark? What's going on here?
The pool is definitely opening. I mean, that's the plan. We've never said we were going to close it this year. Right now, they are reviewing a contract with an engineering service to come here this spring and look at the pool, and they're going to do an overall evaluation of the pool to see what it would take to keep our pool open for 10 years. That's their goal. Say this is what's going to cost to keep it open for another 10 years. I don't know what that number will be, and I don't know what the park board will do with that, but they're just kind of gathering information right now to make a decision in the future. So.
Basically, Mark and I mean, we've been working on this, and I know Park Board has been working on this for quite some time. But you know, stat-wise, for the 2.5, 3 months the park is open, they lose $30,000 to $40,000, and that money is basically subsidized through the park budget. Now, pools historically do not make money, and we understand that. I think what the park board is trying to figure out is at what point does it become too expensive, or at what point do other services get cut in order to subsidize the pool. And along with that, how much usage of the pool justifies, I guess, the enhancements and the improvements of the pool, or building new, or whatever. I know there was a fair amount of individuals that came to the park board meeting last night. I came late and they were all gone, but I guess there was a fair amount of individuals there last night, and they had a lot of questions about things that were happening, and but it seems like the response was, you know, pretty well even balanced. There wasn't people with pitchforks and
No,